Joining me now is Sky News contributor Gary Hardgrave. Gary, we have plenty to cover. Let's start with your home state.
Hey, Rita.
Queensland's Labor government has made some extraordinarily cushy deals with the unions here. The Courier Mail reports union workers can put down their tools when it reaches 35 degrees or 29 degrees with 75% humidity. Lucky it's never hot or humid in Queensland. It gets better. They get paid double time when required to work in the rain. They'll get a scaled site allowance of up to $11 per hour working on projects that are worth more than $1 billion. Why? They get a mobile phone allowance. They get paid an additional hour's pay if they're up on an 8-metre ladder. And they get paid more if they are required to work in Mount Isa. They'll also enjoy an annual picnic day or double time and a half if they have to work that day. Gary, some of these perks, especially those that are weather dependent, seem to be taking the taxpayers for an absolute ride here. I mean, downing tools when it's 29 degrees and 75% humidity. It's Queensland.
We're back to the same sort of stupidity that was around in the old BLF days back in the 80s when they had dim sim allowance as they were building Darling Harbour because they could smell all of the fumes coming up from the Sussex Street Chinese restaurants. A dim sim allowance. Look, this is the serious part about this, you know, a month of rostered days off. So, of course, they pick and choose and add on days. So you'll see big building sites with no activity for a week or more while people have time off. All sounds terrific. Apparently the best practice guide for construction. It's costing between $6 and $9 billion extra on building projects, government-funded building projects in Queensland. But for everyday Queenslanders, if you want to get some work done at home, you've got to be prepared to pay what the taxpayer, what the government is willing to fund under this scheme. So the cost of concrete, the cost of tradies, the cost of windows, the cost of steel, you name it, it's going up. And nothing's getting built fast. And apparently we're having an Olympics here in 2032. You may have read about that. I don't think we're going to get it built. I really don't. I really think we're not going to get these Olympics built under this. But no one wants to take them on. And the only way to do it is to abolish this, rip it up, tear it up and start building up things that Queensland needs. So we're heading for between 4 and 6 million people over the next decade or so in southeast Queensland. We're already at the 4 billion, so we're 4 million. So we're heading to 6. I don't know how we're going to build the infrastructure, Rita, under these sorts of stupid schemes. Simple as that.
Well, you're going to have a lot of debt because the cost blowouts, I think, are going to be enormous with these sort of deals being struck.